We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Yesterday was a humiliation ritual for Cardi B. First of all, off the cheats, former side chick, now Stefan Diddy's side chick, decided to post that she was at the game, obviously. But not only that, it seems as though Stefan Diddy has several of his baby mamas there. It looks like KJ, who has twins with Stefan Diddy, posted that she was also at the game. Okay, which I'm like, damn. Was all the baby mamas there? I'm like, goodness gracious. How disrespectful that is to Cardi B. I mean, they not supposed to pop out at the Super Bowl. I feel like only the girlfriends and wives, not the baby mamas, in my opinion. Now, Cardi B was unfortunately demoted to a backup dancer for the Bad Bunny halftime Super Bowl performance with Karol G and also Pedro Pascal. And allegedly, Cardi B, the streets are saying Cardi B was scheduled to perform, but they swapped her out with Gaga. Because Gaga, she is more mainstream than Cardi B. She's a pop star and she appeals to the white demographic. Allegedly. That's what the streets are saying. But not only that, we're going to get into the full halftime performance a little bit later. But unfortunately, the Cardi B curse also affected Stefan Diddy, and he lost after Super Bowl by a lot, unfortunately. The Seahawks beat the Patriots 29-13, which is actually very much embarrassing. And a lot of people are saying it has to do with the Cardi B curse. Okay, now if you don't know what the Cardi B curse is, well, it has affected a lot of different people. It started with the Migos. Remember the Migos was hot? Then they became washed up. Takeoff sadly passed away. Quavo and Off the Cheats career in the gutter. Also, Megan, Scratch Off, and the City Girls also have experienced the Cardi B curse, and now Stefan Diddy, and this is why he lost the championship. That's what people are saying on social media. This is not me. Okay, that unfortunately he suffered the Cardi B curse. It also has been revealed that Cardi B and Stefan Diddy have unfollowed each other and allegedly have broken up. A fan said, all jokes aside, Cardi B is corny for that. She probably threw off his game by arguing with him before the game about his hoes being at the game. That nigga just lost the Super Bowl. Why kick the N-word when he's already down? So this is what one of the fans are saying, that basically Cardi B ruined his game by going off on him allegedly right before the Super Bowl. And that probably did happen, low key, but it's justified. You know, just because you're playing the Super Bowl, that don't really mean that you get to cheat. But the thing with Cardi B is like, you've allowed it so many times before. He has children that are only a few months older than the child y'all have together. So he's been cheating on you. Okay, I think you're probably sick of it now because you're always the butt of the joke and you're always getting clowned, but he's been doing it. Now, as for the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show, let me know if you guys enjoyed it. You know, I enjoyed his outfit. I liked his outfit, you know, the pink jersey. Real men wear pink. I liked his hair. I liked the dancers, diversity. There was, you know, Hispanic, white, and black people dancing for the background dancers. I liked the theme. You know, the theme was like the Puerto Rico bodega-esque type of theme. I liked the dance moves. I really couldn't understand what he was really saying. But I don't listen to Bad Bunny like that. I do listen to a few songs, but I don't really listen to him like that. But I really couldn't understand anything except for when Gaga came out. And like I said before, Gaga replaced Cardi B. They wanted Cardi B originally, but they felt like Gaga is a bigger star. And ultimately, she would appeal to the white demographic, which Cardi B, doesn't always appeal to. Like, I'm sure she has white fans that mostly live in the ghetto, but, they wanted somebody that is an icon, a legend in the game like Gaga. So that's why she performed last minute. Originally, she wasn't supposed to perform. That's the hot tea. Now, I liked his performance, but I wasn't gagging. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's because I couldn't understand what he was saying. Like, I do feel like he performed well. I couldn't tell if he was lip singing or not, but I wasn't gagging. I was waiting for that gaggery moment. For instance, when Kendrick had Samuel Jackson, I was like, damn, what's Samuel Jackson doing here? Serena Williams, crip walking. That was the gagging moment for me. And then once he said, say Drake, I hear you like I'm young, and looked straight into the camera, I was gagged, okay? No shade. I was gagging. I don't know what the gaggery moment was for me with Bad Bunny, okay? I'm not going to say that it was boring, but I'm going to say I was unimpressed or underwhelmed. But I wouldn't say that was boring, but I was waiting for a gaggery moment. I wasn't really gagged like I thought it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he should have called up Champagne Thickums. I don't know. We'll get into Bad Bunny and Champagne Thickums later on in this video. But I don't know. I wasn't really gagged. I'm actually shocked. I thought I was finna gag wholeheartedly. I don't think his performance was bad at all. I just wasn't excited as I thought it was going to be. I wasn't, like, my jaw wasn't to the floor. My mouth wasn't open like, oh my goodness, this is really happening. I wasn't getting that. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But I think he did a good job. I liked his hair. Like, he had really good hair. The dancers were beautiful. He made Cardi B a background dancer. I guess that was the gaggery. That was a gaggy moment. Bitch, you not going to be on stage. You going to be with the background dancers, and she can barely dance. So that was the gaggery moment, how she got basically demoted to a background dancer. But I also like the storytelling aspect of it. I do like how he was trying to tell a story, even though I couldn't fully understand what he was saying. I do like that. And then he also paid homage to all the different Latin communities. So we do got to give him his 10s for that. But I still wasn't gagged. Now, the streets are saying JT is previewing a Cardi B diss track. This better be fake. Hopefully.
Looks scary, but she don't scare me. Bitches like work, they ain't bad as JT. Old deal blonde, but my petty ice pink. Hoes swear they raw, but they album dirt cheap. Put me on repeat, put J on repeat. Tell me out of here, meta frame drop next week. Bad bitch class, better listen when I speak. Bitch, I'm one-on-one, niggas can't clone me.
Now, she definitely is shading Cardi B when she said, bitches' albums is dirt cheap, because everybody knows that Cardi B was selling her album as the same price as a, hot dog or a $5 footlong. But my whole thing with JT is that you always tease this diss tracks and then you never release them. I remember you dropped or you teased the diss track and then you removed it off streaming, or it was removed off Spotify or something like that last year. So that's my whole thing with JT. And I think JT should remove herself from the disses and put out a hit record, because I feel like the Cardi B beef overshadows her career. Like, the only time I feel like the general public acknowledges JT is when she's attached to Cardi B or Lil Uzi. And I want JT to find an identity outside of that for her music career. That's just me. Now, Scratch Off, come to the front of the congregation. Why is 21 Below Average going to the Super Bowl with Kendall Jenner? Okay? I'm like, what? Huh? 21 Below Average is playing you, sis. Now, everybody knows, and if you don't know, Scratch Off is knocked up. She's at home cooking chicken and cornbread while he's at the Super Bowl with the Kardashians. Like, wow. Like, I couldn't believe that. I said, that's disrespectful. This reminds me of when Chris Brown was seeing Karrueche. Remember, he was dating Karrueche. Y'all might be a little bit too young. And then he went to the Lakers game with Rihanna. That was disrespectful. Remember, he went to the Laker game with Rihanna while he was seeing Karrueche. That was nasty. That was nasty work right there. This is giving the same vibe because he never pop out with Scratch Off. Nowhere. He never pop out with her, but you want to be seen. And the thing is, he knew how it was going to look. Okay? Even if they not really fucking with each other, he knew how it was going to look because that's why he was running into the wall. He was running into the wall because he was like, oh, fuck, they caught us. And my whole thing is, if you're not messing with the Kardashians, why are you hanging out with them? That's kind of odd. Like, don't you realize they ruin everyone's career once you get attached to them? Like, now Scratch Off tried to be funny and post a Little John song, The East Side Boys, and the lyrics to the wall, clowning 21 Below Average, and everybody's like, oh, she has him trained so well. How is he trained when he don't claim her? I don't get that. He does not claim Lotto ever. So how is he trained so well, yet he never claims her or takes her anywhere publicly? Now, moving on from that, there was reports that Champagne Thickums had rejected Bad Bunny's plea to join him at the Super Bowl because they do have, I think, like 2 collaborations together. But it also was confirmed by Lauren LaRosa, who is on the Breakfast Club, said that the reports of the narrative that Champagne Thickums declined a chance to perform during today's Super Bowl with Bad Bunny because he didn't want to overshadow Bad Bunny's moment are completely not true. So let me know, who do you guys believe? If you believe the Sun or basically a Devil Nation representative saying that basically that's not true. I personally think that Champagne Thickums probably gonna feel away towards the Super Bowl because you know they allowed Kendrick Lamar to perform Not Like Us, okay? And he name dropped him during the Super Bowl in the middle of a lawsuit. You know, the lawsuit was already going on. So that's why I was so gagged, because I'm like, damn, he really gonna say his name in front of all these people at the Super Bowl and the lawsuit is still going on? That's why I was gagged. So I feel like, you know, Champagne Thickums is always gonna have resentment towards the NFL, and that's probably one of the reasons why he probably has rejected them. Now, Doja Cat said this on Instagram Live, seemingly going off on celebrities. Take a listen.
Service announcement. If you're a celebrity, shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear your fucking shit. Be mysterious. Stop letting people in on your life. Have more mystique. The more they see of you, the less they'll want.
Now, let me know, who do you guys think she's talking about, okay? Because it could be a plethora of different celebrities. So, I don't know who she throwing shade at. It could be at any one of these celebrities. Cardi B, the Kardashians. It could be any one of these celebrities. So, let me know, who do you guys think that shade was towards, and if you agree or disagree. Now, next, Chris Breezy decided to post on Instagram, I think it's safe to say, they need me, with a smirk emoji. I guess he did not enjoy Bad Bunny's performance, because why would you say that after Bad Bunny just performed? Let me know if you guys agree or disagree, and if you guys think he has a chance at performing at the Super Bowl. If Camel Face has to say, I don't know about that. I don't know about headlining. He might be able to co-headline. I don't know if Camel Face would say he would be able to fully headline. Not that he doesn't have the talent or catalog, but I don't think Camel Face really rock with Chris Brown like that. It would definitely be interesting to see if Chris Breezy would be able to perform. So let me know how y'all feel about it and if you guys would like to see him at the Super Bowl, okay? I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link would be in the description. And I hope you guys have a great day.